So welcome to today's episode of Tech Create and CIFF Media. We are very fortunate to have Per and Troels from TRIMIT, and we also have Lars Ørnfeldt from Couture. So welcome to today's episode. Very happy to have you on board.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
So I think we're just going to have a conversation about your partnerships and how it's evolved over time and the benefits that you get from one another. So maybe for a start, Lars, for the viewers who might not know Couture, there are some. Could you briefly introduce the brand, the story behind it?
Yeah, sure. There's probably a few guys out there who doesn't know yet. But of course, Couture is a fashion brand for women's wear. We are actually turning 10 years this year. So started back in 2015, delivered the first collection in 16. Did quite well in the Scandinavian markets and Holland, Belgium, and now also moving into other markets in Europe.
Yes.
We are working across 3 different sales channels at the moment, our B2B and our own B2C, and for sure also some marketplace.
Yes.
We're based in Kolding, so quite small team. So for us, it's quite crucial to have the right IT tools also.
Yeah. Brilliant. And how would you describe the design philosophy behind the brand, and what are the customers that you're actually catering for?
We love to combine the Scandi minimalism and simplicity with the Parisian chic. Our customers are able to dress casual, but also to dress up with a more tailored look, but always with a kind of edge and contemporary look.
Yes, interesting. And then Troels and Per. There might be some viewers, some listeners that aren't familiar with TRIMIT. So could you please explain in simple terms what the platform actually does?
Yeah, sure. There might be a few still, of course. And basically what TRIMIT is it's a combination of an ERP solution that also has some e-commerce aspects to it.
Yes.
So what we basically do is we go in and say how can we systematically help these companies and the people in them getting the right tools so that they can do whatever they need to succeed. So it's a combination of business solutions and e-commerce.
Yes,
in simple terms.
Clear. And how? What are the challenges that you set out to sort of alleviate? With TRIMIT.
Yeah. So it of course it goes decades back to when we started this. But essentially what we wanted to do is we wanted to try and remove some of the complexity that these companies has. It's enormously complex for a fashion company to run their business without specialized IT behind it. You live in Excel spreadsheets, you live in manual processes. We wanted plug that in and see what can we do to optimize that.
Yes.
And that's what we've been doing ever since. And second to that, besides the product, we've also spent an enormous amount of time figuring out how to get the right people in front of the right people. So this is very much a people-to-people thing.
Yeah.
So we need these companies, they deserve to speak to the specialists.
Yes.
So we line up a good bunch of people that know the industry and know how processes can be optimized within the industry. And that couples to the IT that we provide.
Yes. And on the back end of that, seeing as TRIMIT is built specifically for fashion and lifestyle brands, and you obviously have a lot of experts in your team. What is it that makes the fashion lifestyle industry so much different than other industries in terms of their technological needs?
Well, it's also. Do you have so much time?
It's the complexity.
Yes.
In the fashion industry, you have to bring a lot of new items on the market in very short times, and it's produced in Asia, in Turkey. Not that much in Europe anymore, but it's a very hard to get these things at the market at the right time to the right price, and that's complex. And that is what we aim to give technology to sort that out in a structured way.
Yes, makes sense. Very clear. Lars, in terms of you now partnering with TRIMIT, when did you start doing that, and what was it that actually motivated / triggered the decision to implement an ERP solution?
I started in Couture 1.5 years ago, and pretty fast realized that we were working in an old ERP system looking a bit like an old DOS.
Yes.
But I did that also 7 years ago in another fashion company where we also took the decision to change the ERP system. Yeah. Back then, we took the decision to change to TRIMIT. Yeah. With a bumpy ride the first time, but for the second time when we made what's that called an upgrade to the cloud, it was running perfectly. Yeah. So I've been working with TRIMIT both on a bumpy ride, but also in a very successful one. Yes. And both of them, they are honest. They are nice partners. So it was quite easy for us. We took the decision to change the ERP system, but of course we knew about TRIMIT, but we actually took 3-4 months where we investigated the market and had a look on, narrowed it down to 3-4 different systems. But in the end, went with TRIMIT, because of the system in general and for sure also the people behind it.
Yes, which is quite important, of course. Yeah, they have an understanding of your business. In terms of now having implemented it, how do you see that TRIMIT has actually changed the way the team works and with data and processes?
And now almost 100% in the team are working in the same system. We are not using Excel sheets for measurements or price calculations or something like that. Our workflow within the same system. The interface is much more easy when we employ new people. Yeah. They pretty fast. After 1 week, they can work it in the system, and our data it's much more valid and also faster to access.
Yes. Troels or Per, in terms of TRIMIT help as a platform helping brands out across different sectors within the brand or the company. How do you see that across product development, sales, inventory, finance, etc.?
Yeah, as Troels said, we are an ERP system, but we are also a PDM system. We are also a PLM system within the same system. And all the complexity that we see in the fashion industry, we try to simplify that. Yeah. And that is what we aim to do all the time. Of course, we see ourselves as a data container where you can put in stuff, and we'll make sure that everyone has the same knowledge of where to take the decisions. Yes. And that's much it.
Yes, so maybe just to supplement what you just said there, Per, that I think that there's a lot of talk in the industry about do you go for a best-of-breed solution, do you go for all-in-one, and it's always like religion sometimes what you want to do there. But what we try to do is basically create the best of two worlds into one, where you can actually use Business Central with TRIMIT, with a lot of different apps, or you can go all in one and say we want to reside primarily in TRIMIT. So the options are there, and I think that's what people are looking for these days. You don't want to be locked into one thing. You want to be able to make your own choices and use the latest technology available.
Yes, yeah, it makes perfect sense. And then in terms of managing communication across departments and across international partners, how does TRIMIT helps in terms of streamlining that communication?
I think the cloud world is good for us. Everything is online, right? Yeah. And you have one system with one core database behind it that essentially captures everything. So what you want to do is you want to use that to the maximum extent possible, because that becomes your source of reality and source of truth. And that's where you're going to find the information, no matter if you're located in Kolding, in this case, in Copenhagen, in the Far East, at a manufacturing site. Yeah. It doesn't really matter, because the information is there. Yes. And is readily accessible in the system when you need it. Yes. So it's kind of built in.
Yes. So easy access.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. How does how do you see improvements for brands such as Couture and inventory management, sales insights, operational efficiency, some of these key aspects which should come with implementing such a system?
I could tell a long story now, but you mentioned inventory management. Then I need to mention this story. We actually took the decision 1 year ago to change out the ERP system. For sure, this is a longer process. We need to set up all the things in TRIMIT in the new system, And in this process, we actually also had to take a quite tough decision, closing down our own warehouse, which had an integration with our old ERP system, which is something called Aspect 4. So we had to take the decision to close our own warehouse and move into a logistic partner, because we were growing and we couldn't deliver our products fast enough and so on. So a new integration between our old ERP system, Aspect 4, into the new one had to be made by our old partner. And this went completely wrong. It was back in October, and we've delivered our goods in a nice way, and everything is in order regarding our customers and everything. But it's really took a lot of time, internal time. And I actually did this 4 years ago with TRIMIT. And it was a much easier process. So without the right ERP system and the right partner to build these integrations, you can end up in a huge mess, which can cost both turnover, profit, but also people working in the organization are big time under pressure. So things like an integration to a third part, it could be logistic or something else. It's very important. So already there we can see that we have something better now.
Yes, and now that you have this better partner, so to speak, with TRIMIT, and you have this more centralized system, how do you see how have you seen the impact in terms of your speed and quality of the decision making, which is quite key as a brand?
And especially in our business, we need, it's crucial for us to take actions pretty fast. It is fashion. Things are happening quite fast, so we need the right data. We need it fast. And of course, also with TRIMIT, we have a Power BI set up next to it with all our data and following the figures and so on. And this is where we take our decisions on figures and data from that. Of course, we are nothing without our products and design, but when we made the products and delivered and so on, we need to follow up in a good way also. Yes. So for sure, we see it already there.
Yes. And on the TRIMIT side, there are a lot of ERP platforms out there. What role do they actually play, or does TRIMIT play in terms of helping brands make faster and more informed business decisions?
I think the most important things for us is to understand the business.
Yes.
Know what is the pains, or what challenge do they have, and then afterwards we can make the right technology to make it simplify for them. So know the business. That's key for us.
Yeah.
I think it's important that companies such as we, with the tools and also the insights into what's coming, takes that and uses that to see how can we help our customers simplify their way of working, simplify the complexity that we know they have, and work with that as really the North Star for us. How do we make our lives easier for the customers that use our product? Right now, we're spending a lot of investment, of course, in everything that rhymes with AI and agents. And I guess everybody would say these days, but we actually see that as, again, an enabler for people. So we don't want yet these agents and stuff out there to actually make decisions, but we want to make it easy to serve up the information that we need to take the decision. So the speed of decision should become exponentially quicker with the introduction of these new technologies that's going to serve up information from all the different places into one central question, yes and no, do you want to go this way? So we see that as a key driver right now in shaping what's going to happen in the future for this.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. And maybe as a last roundup question, Lars, as a brand CEO, from your perspective, how do you see the value of having a structured and integrated system in terms of delivering more value as the business grows, which I believe that it should?
But as I said before, our products is the core in our business for sure. But everything around it, building a fundament where we can integrate different things pretty fast. Also, a lot of the new AI tools, which optimize our daily work big time at the moment. So the IT in general is crucial for us to deliver a nice product in time and so on, and be a good partner for our customers. We should be able to grow the business without adding extra layers to our organization with this right way of doing it with a nice ERP system.
Yes,
for sure.
Troels or Per, anything that you might want to add as a last comment to the conversation?
Yeah, I think if I was to mention one thing, it would probably be that, going into projects like this that we've had with Coca-Cola and the team there, it requires a lot of human skills as well.
Yes.
It's a lot about empathy.
Yeah.
You bring in a lot of hard skills.
Yes.
You need to translate that in a process that makes us understand your business. Ideally, make some sort of relationship over what we're doing together there.
Yeah.
Because the empathy and the understanding that comes out of that leads to the personalization that we're looking for. We want an individual partnership with our customers, and that requires a lot of soft skills.
Yes.
And that's a key part of should be a key part of what everybody does. Especially when it comes to these sort of hardcore things like technology, and it quickly ends up in a discussion about numbers.
Yes.
And figures and bits and bytes. And equally important, at least, is let's work together on this and figure out what the right solutions are in every specific case.
Yes, because
I think one thing which is important for a brand taking the decision, because it's a quite expensive thing to change the system. It takes a lot of time internally. I've done it twice now, and without the right team. It's a really tough thing to do. So the right people on board who understand the system you're in now, but also, pretty fast can look into the new one and have a nice dialogue with TRIMIT or who else it is. If you don't have these people on board, then a project manager from external, from outside to help you out is a good thing that I could recommend. Luckily, we had these people in our team when we did it. And then another big thing is the price. It's extremely expensive. But the thing is that when we compared our old system with TRIMIT, then the yearly operating cost, license, and so on were almost the same.
Yes.
But serving and fixing mistakes in an old ERP system with someone who maybe doesn't have that much experience in it anymore, are not developing, is extremely expensive. So we could actually calculate that. Okay, we knew that with TRIMIT in this case, more or less. We know the fixed cost in running this ERP system. So after over 3 years, the investment from us is actually paid back. And 3 years in an IT system is maybe it's not for all, but it's also okay if it's going to be 4 or 5 years, because if you change an ERP system, you should probably have it for a bit longer. So these two things are extremely important, and for sure, we are open-minded in Coca-Cola to help out and give our experience with changing ERP system, which processes we went through and so on. If people want to reach out, they are more than welcome.
Sounds good. I think that's always good for brand contribution towards others that might need be in the same position and need some insights. So thank you for coming to today's episode and sharing your insight and knowledge. I think it was very valuable.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.